Hello, Pisces, and welcome to your October 2025 a tarot message meant to find you today. And we're just beginning with a movement with the pen and getting the energy moving. And what I'm sensing is you're coming to something in your head, maybe a big head, but your head is growing. There's something about maybe an expansion of your awareness. You're tapping in to a Raphael, a healing. Maybe if you've had headaches or any kind of interference with your mental health or behavioral health, that is all changing in October for the better. And I see you're finding the right neural pathways to come into that deep spiritual longing that you have been working on all summer. And you have been trying to get the right, what I'm sensing is formula. You keep Xing out, maybe M equals U coming into magic. M, maybe something like humming, bringing these vibrations back to your head. There's a lot of skull, cranial, sacral cranial, maybe doing lymph drainage, but healing around the nervous system because you're getting ready for a big upgrade. And thank you, Spirit Guides, for bringing that message to Pisces. And for Pisces, October, I see at the bottom of the deck you've been working hard, Pisces, on this project, this growth at work, or maybe your finances, and it's been difficult. And maybe it's given you headaches. You've been overworking, trying to bring the spiritual into a financial form. And you are finally coming out of a crossroads in October, making some decision that has been difficult. You might not have known a Pisces. You've had a lot of feeling around it, but you haven't known how to solve this. And this is what is coming in October, leaving behind any feeling of lack of that kind of programming, where you're told maybe from a family, money's hard to come by, or money doesn't grow on trees, or, if you don't just do the right way by the book, you'll be left out in the cold and only have bad partners. And people will bring you down in life. You don't have the help. You can't get that spiritual guidance. But that is all negative programming. And you reaffirm that I'm celebrating life. People love me. You are connected. This is your soul tribe. Now, I feel revved up because it is a lot of energy and it needs to maybe now be toned down and brought into this purification phase of breaking out of any winter of discontent into the celebration of the harvest. And we're in that season now. Pisces, the choice is yours always, whether you stay out in the cold or whether you illuminate this shadow figure and face these choices. Maybe there have been difficulties. I sense you're celebrating a choice you've made. You've come out of the daydreaming phase into the harvest. You made the right choice. And in October, it's going to be celebrated. You left behind a very negative mental programming and came into your fulfillment. Let's talk about the Nine of Cups. You left behind a deep disappointment about finances, about your physical life, about what you had created. And you left it because you chose to leave it behind. And you wanted to purify these cups. There is a lot of water in your reading, Pisces, and you're a water sign. So there is feeling, deep spiritual feeling of coming together, communion with people you love, or these could be just the spirit guides blessing you with the Holy Grail because you chose right. You chose the spirit. to bring you happiness. And now you've got both, the spirit and the plenty of pleasure of physical incarnation. It's saying to enjoy every moment and to just have that pleasure. And it's coming to you because you went toward this. You made the right choice. And so that choice is because you came out of the dark, a time of maybe navigating in the dark, in the unknown. You might not have known. You left with the Eight of Cups. Then you went toward your wish come true. And you broke free of that a sense of being in the dark, being in isolation, left out in the cold, being under maybe a spell where you couldn't see the way out. You couldn't see how to get the help you need. But then you made a choice. In October, you're making this choice. And that is going to be the Empress. Wow, with Taurus energy. In October, for you, Pisces, you're going to feel like you are the queen of the universe, which you are, whether you're a man or a woman, because the choice you made, you faced this dilemma. You woke up out of a daydream and came into the receptive mode, Venus, love, a love offer. And it's going to bring you this bounty, this creativity. If you felt blocked creatively, Pisces, in October, you're going to be just so much a fountain of love, of unconditional love, that things are just flowing out of you like a fountain of success, of beauty, of bounty, of love. And it was because you chose the right relationship, the right connection, the right feeling. So you can come into balance because you've been out of balance. There you are, these two impoverished, where you felt in that false belief of not being good enough. But now you see that you're receiving these blessings from the higher power. This is where all bounty comes. And with the Empress, there is now a time of plenty. And you feel like everything is being balanced out and celebrated in this amazing love. And just a wish come true. You're connecting to the divine feminine, and this bounty comes by receiving. Look at all the harvest. And you're receiving it with because you've stood your ground. You were resilient. You believed in yourself. And that came with, and now you're waking up to how much the wish of your true new life is coming forward. And one final card is that you need to hear is victory. Well, you have worked, you've gone through the battle, but you're victorious. Pisces, you're going to be very successful. Whatever you're waking up to, this new life is a more spiritual life. You've reviewed the past, a situation, there's reconciliation, and you're moving toward a wish come true. And it's going to be successful. People are recognizing you're stepping into perhaps fame because there is a lot of bounty and inheritance of wealth that you deserve to be celebrated, acknowledged, rewarded. And the wish is coming. And it's coming from this energy of the Queen of the universe, the Empress, the one who is just there receiving the bounty of life, which we each are given that opportunity just to enjoy happiness. And that is what is coming. And if this resonates, I'd love to hear how you're waking up to this Empress energy, to a brand new life of abundance, of luxury, of celebration, of friendships, of just the power of commanding this abundance through communication and opening the flow of your heart now. And it's going to bring you the success and happiness you can't even imagine. Fame, stepping into the limelight because you've left behind anything that was holding you back. And I'd love to hear from you. So leave a comment. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.